I'm Keen947, aka Wolfkeen, and well, this Wednesday I was supposed to upload the Wolfkeen's thoughts on Batman Arkham Asylum if you've been paying attention to my Tumblr and my Twitter, but due to me being busy for the week, I'm gonna have to push that back until next week. So, unfortunately, I don't have a video for this Wednesday, which I'm trying to get back into uploading videos every Wednesday. So, instead of uploading the Wolfkeen's thoughts for this Wednesday, which is today, I'm going to instead do a different video showing you basically all of this, my entire gaming collection. Now, yeah, I have seen my games before in my room tour videos, which click over there to go to the playlist of my room tour videos, but basically, I want to go more in depth with my gaming collection, and I want to show you what games do I own, what games I play, and various other stuff like that. So, without further ado, let's get into the large amount of games I have in my gaming collection, and trust me guys, it's pretty big, so get a drink and a snack, because we're going to be here a while. So before we begin, let me just warn you right now that there's going to be a wide variety of cuts in the video, and that's mainly because, you know, I have to pull out all the games from my collection, which it's going to be a big collection of games that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to begin with some of my smaller collections before I get to the bigger ones. So for instance, we're going to start with the Wii and Wii U collection. Like for instance, this is the first game, Mario Kart 8. I got this recently from my friend Mario Fanboy 18 when he bought me the Wii U. So that's one of the first games I owned for the Wii U. The next game is, of course, the standard game that comes with, you know, any Wii U is Nintendo Land, which, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's actually a lot of fun, and I have, you know, it's not a bad game to play with a friend and stuff like that. Not bad at all, so, yeah. Nintendo Land's not a bad game. A little better than, you know, Wii Sports, if you ask me, but then again, that's my own personal opinion. Here's one that everyone knows I'm playing, Zombie U. I know a lot of people kind of, like, you know, bash on this game and such, but I actually quite like this game. I think this game is, you know, a lot of fun and such, and, you know, that's why I'm currently Let's Playing it. And, you know, really fun game. I need to get to work on doing more videos of that, I won't lie. This one's currently in the Wii U, but I have Super Mario 3D World. Dang, it's hard to get this camera. There we go. I have Super Mario 3D World. This is a fun game to play with friends. Me and my nephew are currently doing a full-blown run of this game. He is doing a completionist run, and I'm just playing the game to, you know, to beat it. So maybe I'll do a completionist run of my own. And this is the last Wii U game I own, which is Super Smash Bros. On Wii U. Yes, I have Smash Bros. On Wii U, and I'm gonna be honest with this game, guys. I like this game, but I still don't think it's the greatest Smash ever. I don't think this is the best Smash. I mean, fun game, I'm not going to deny that. It's a really fun game, but some of the character choices, map choices, and otherwise just baffle me. I still prefer Melee in many cases, but, you know, it's still a solid game for what it is. I'm not saying it's a bad game, just not what I was hoping for. Then we have this one, which is the first Wii game on the category, which is Ghost Squad. I know you really can't read it that well, but this is, Ghost Squad is basically let me open up the case so I can show you the CD at least. This is a light gun shooter. Basically what this is a light gun shooter from like the arcades. And I actually do have a light gun controller, which I really can't show right now because I can't get to it at the moment because of this bootleg setup I have. But yeah, I have Ghost Squad, which is on Wii. This is one of my first Wii games I owned. And the other game I own on Wii is the House of the Dead 2 and 3 Returns. Fun fact, I am a huge fan of light gun shooters, and this was one of the first games I bought on my, you know, as a Wii game next to Ghost Squad, and they're both light gun shooters. I love light gun shooters, so when I saw this at GameStop, I was like, no, I need to get it now. And House of the Dead is my favorite light gun series, so there's that. Ow, I just hit the table that's near me. Now let's move on to the 3DS games. For instance, let's start things off with, oh, and by the way, I do keep the cases of all my 3DS games. So first things first, we have Splinter Cell 3D. Yes, I bought this for my 3DS at one point. Splinter Cell 3D, if you don't know, is basically a remake of Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for the 3DS. And I think it's a good one because it takes some of the elements of like Conviction and some of the elements of, you know, of Chaos Theory and turn it into a portable game. And it's not bad. I quite like it, and it's a good chance for me to play Chaos Theory because I never played Chaos Theory, unfortunately. Let's see, what else do I have? I also have Shin Megami Tensei 4. There's actually a fun story behind this one. I was going to buy this game used. They didn't have it used. So they sold me the collector's edition with this soundtrack and game and art book with strategy guide for 20 bucks. This is a fun little game from Atlas, but it is so freaking hard. It reminds me of Nocturne in many areas, so, you know. Of course, I had to get this, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. This is a fun game. I love the way they remade it for the 3DS. If you have a 3DS and never played Ocarina of Time on the 64, get it on this. It's a great idea. Then we also have this, which for some reason I haven't played in a while. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Many people told me to buy this game and play it. I like it, but not enough for me to say I'm a devoted fan or anything like that. It's a fun game, but just not a game I would play too much of. This is another game that I currently, you know, I got it from my friend Mario Fanboy. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I have not touched this game yet. I have not played it yet, and I don't know why. I guess it's because the 3DS I only play when I'm going around, like, you know, when I'm out and about. So, haven't had an opportunity to play this game, unfortunately. Next game is Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D. I love the Mercenaries mode for Resident Evil, so when they had a 3DS game which is exclusively Mercenaries, I decided, let's get it. Granted, it's not the best thing in the world, but you know what? I got what I wanted. It was Mercenaries. And there's one other case that I have, but I can't find it as of right now, but the last game I also own is Pokemon Y. That was a gift from one of my friends, and it's definitely a fun Pokemon game. I quite like it. Granted, I'm on and off with the game because, you know, I'm not a devoted Pokemon fan anymore, but still a fun game nonetheless. Now, with those done, I'm going to move on to the 360 collection, which I don't have too many 360 games, so this won't be long. So first things first, a game that was a gift. First off is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. This was a gift. This was given to me by my friend. I have not touched this game. I'm not really much of a die-hard Transformers fan like my friend V Decepticon, which I'll put a link to his channel if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I'm not a die-hard fan of Transformers. I do like it, but not as much as my friend V Decepticon. If you want more on Transformers and stuff like that, go talk to him. I'll put a link to his channel somewhere in the video. Then, of course, one of the games I Let's Played, which was Condemned Criminal Origins. Really like this game. This is a fun, horror-based game that I think people should check out. It's definitely worth the investment, if you ask my honest opinion. And it's not too hard to find. You can get it on PC pretty easily. And now for the first series in the roster. Gears of War 1, Gears of War 2, and Gears of War 3. I bought all this at GameStop at the same time. So now I own all 3 Gears of War games except for Judgment, which, my opinion of the Gears of War series, they're fun games. I'm not going to lie. I love the story. I love the characters for Gears of War, but I do not, you know, like, Judgment was definitely one of the weaker games in the series, if you ask my honest opinion. And finally, we have Fable 2, which I quite like this game. I know a lot of people hate the Fable franchise, and I'm in agreement, at least when it comes to Fable 3. But Fable 2 is still a fun game. I quite like Fable 2, so, still a game I like playing, so that's pretty much the Wii U, the 3DS, the Xbox collection, and yada yada yada, so now I gotta move on to the next bit of gaming collection that I have. Now we're gonna move on to the Gamecube collection. Now, the Gamecube collection is a bit larger than my Xbox collection and Wii U collection combined, so be warned. First game is SSX Tricky. I have never played this game. I found this at one point. Some guy was... You're all going to laugh at me, but I did actually dumpster dive at one point. We heard some guy was throwing out games, and me and my friend looked through the garbage bag, and we found this, which does work. It does work, but I've not played it. I've never taken an opportunity to play the game, and I don't know why. Then we have a blank case right here, which is, I can probably open this up real quick, is Sonic Riders. Now, I'm not going to lie, I know the Riders series isn't very good, at least with the second and third game, but the first game's actually pretty decent. I think people should check out Sonic Riders, at least with the first game. Not so much Zero Gravity or, you know, Free Riders. Next up, we have another blank case, but you could read the title right here, which I put on myself. Dead to Rights. It's kind of a game that reminds me of the John Woo, like, you know, movies and stuff like that. Kind of like that kind of thing, like Boiling Point stuff. Just look it up. You'll understand. Next up is a movie-based game. Minority Report, Everybody Runs. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is actually a very fun game. It's because of the ragdoll physics in this game. It is amazing, the ragdoll physics and what you can do. And the game doesn't even follow the movie's plot, so it can get away with a lot more. So yeah, it's a fun game, but unfortunately my copy does not work. So I got to get a new one if I want to play it some more. Then we have Turok Evolution. I'm not going to lie, guys. I know nothing about this game because I've only played it for the multiplayer with friends. No idea about the story or any of that. I only played multiplayer, so that's about as much as you're going to get from me on that one. Zapper. This is the weirdest game I own in my library. This is supposed to be a knockoff of Frogger, when Frogger was still a thing, if anybody remembers Frogger. But yeah, I own that. It's a weird game. I don't think I'll ever play it. Then we have All-Star Baseball 2003 featuring Derek Jeter, which, not really, I used to be a big baseball fan when I was younger. Still support the New York Mets to some degree, but, you know, that's just me, so, it's baseball. What do you expect? Then we have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. This is a fun game. I love it. I loved it on the Gamecube. I loved playing it with friends, and I even played it by myself a few times. As a matter of fact, talking about it now, I might just play it by myself at one point. But, you know, when I got time. And here's one that I'm pretty sure everybody knows about. Resident Evil 4. This was actually a birthday gift. At one point, I was getting too many Xbox games from my parents, and I asked, please give me a GameCube game like Resident Evil 4. And they gave me a GameCube game, which is Resident Evil 4. This is a fun game. I love it. I played it so many times that I can't even count. Lost the original memory card, unfortunately, so, that happens. I'm pretty sure everybody knows this one. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Love this game. This is my favorite Zelda game of all time, and I think that goes without saying. So, yeah. Love that game. Here's one that a lot of people bash. Pokemon Colosseum. Now, if you've seen my Why We Shouldn't Get a My Little Pony movie, you would know that I compared the Pokemon Colosseum game to the Pokemon handheld games, kind of like comparing the My Little Pony show to the My Little Pony movie, like, would it work? Fun little game, though, yeah, I can agree with people that it can get a little monotonous at times. Of course, Super Smash Bros. Melee, my favorite Smash game of the series. And no, before someone says, he's a Melee junkie, I just like this game a lot. It's not that, oh, I'm a competitive Melee, or Melee is the only thing that matters. No, I'm not like that, and you know what I mean. I'm not like that whatsoever. Love Melee. I spent a lot of time with it as a teenager, so I think that's why. I just have a lot of nostalgic value to it. Then we have Mario Party 4. I rarely played this game. I don't remember much. I'm going to look at the back of the case. Yeah, I don't remember anything about it. So, yeah, Mario Party 4. It's Mario Party. What do you expect? Here's another one. Super Mario Sunshine. I quite like this game. I know. I'm pretty sure there's some people who've seen a review of Some Call Me Johnny talking about this game. And holy crap, I'm in agreement that getting all the shine sprites is not worth it. But still a fun game for what it is. Then we have one of the launch titles from the GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. Luigi's Mansion. I quite like this game, even though, truth be told, you could beat this game really quickly if you really wanted to. If you wanted to just speedrun the game, you could and beat it in no time flat. My friend did it, so I know. Now we have another series, which is Metroid Prime, which I own 2 copies of it, which this one has a demo of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. And speaking of that, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Yeah, I like the Metroid series. I mean, to be honest, this is my first Metroid series that I played. I never played Fusion or Zero Mission or any of that stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure Golden Fox can tell me a few things about the Metroid series, but I never played them. So, not much I can say on that front. Now we have Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm indifferent about this game. I can't say much about it because I never played too much of it, but I'm definitely indifferent about the game. Now we have the Sonic Gems Collection, which, again, never played this. I played the Sonic Mega Collection, not the Gems Collection, so I never played this version, so I have no knowledge of the game. Then we have the last series in my roster, which is Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Now, I know, there's not much I could say in those series because, okay, I did play the original Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast. I will admit, oh crap, did I kick my... No, I didn't. I played the original, Sonic Adventures on Dreamcast, but it was a Japanese copy, so unfortunately, I barely understood what was being said. But yeah, Sonic Adventure, good series. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Xbox collection now, so, well, see you there. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Xbox collection, which is a larger collection than my Gamecube collection again. So first things first, we're going to start with a series. I own the original Splinter Cell. This was a Christmas gift. This was actually a Christmas gift, and this was my first stealth game I ever played, and sad to say, I only made it through part of the game before I used codes to beat it. I'm not going to lie on that front. Yes, I'm a dirty, stinking cheater. Sue me. And I also own Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow, which, good sequel to the original. I love the original Splinter Cell a lot. I don't have Chaos Theory, unfortunately. Like I said, I never owned it. But I do own Double Agent on the original Xbox. Now, here's the thing about Double Agent on the original. It's a whole different game on the original Xbox than it is on the next gen. If you have the time, look up gameplay for Double Agent on the original Xbox and the Xbox 360, and you'll see the differences. This is considered by every critic the better version of Splinter Cell Double Agent. Yeah, the old gen version is the better version. Ain't that a shocker? So now we're going to move on to this game, which I don't even know if it still works anymore. Serious Sam 2. I actually quite like the Serious Sam series. As a matter of fact, me and my nephew had too much fun with these games, but no clue if the copy works anymore, so still, fun game. If you have the time, buy it on Steam or something. Okay, this game's in here, just making sure, but Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. This is probably the last Tony Hawk game I ever played and ever owned, because I never played Underground or Underground 2, but yeah, very fun game. I like this game. It was a good little, like, you know, game for me to get. I think I got it for Christmas or something like that, or a bargain, but I don't remember. Now, this one I think everybody knows about. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Holy crap, was this a fun game when I first played it. It was way too much fun to the point that I could never put it down. I played it twice, both as a complete good guy and again as a complete bad guy. So yeah, fun game. I loved it. Then we have, well, Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. Again, story behind this one. My dad, for my birthday, took me out to go see Star Wars 3 Revenge of the Sith. And when I got home, he gave me this game. Basically, he wanted me to get to see the movie before he gave me the game. And it's an alright game, nothing special, but it has moments that make it fun. I also have Doom 3. This is my first horror experience. This is the first horror game I ever played, and yeah, not really much of a horror game, but still fun. Then we have, I have two games in this case. In this case, Driver Parallel Lines. I have Driver Parallel Lines and Driver 3. And I'm going to be honest, Parallel Lines is so much better than 3. 3 is just boring, if you ask me. But, yeah, opinions. Parallel Lines is a lot of fun, though. If you can, try to get a copy. Here's a game that I bought, that I played a lot on the original Xbox, but only recently got a copy for myself. Brute Force. I actually like this game mainly because it's a purely co-op experience with 4 different characters. It made the game a lot of fun when you had 4 friends over. I was always that chick with the sniper rifle. Of course, Kenai 47, he's gotta use the woman with the sniper rifle. Sue me. It's a fun co-op game, but nothing special if you ask me. This is another interesting game, which I think some people know about. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Yeah, the copy's pretty messed up. Blame Blame a lot of things, not me. But this was a fun little racing game. The Dub Edition is supposed to be an addition to the original Midnight Club 3, adding new stages, cars, etc. Fun game, try to get it if you can. And now here we are at another series. I have the original Halo, which was a gift. I liked Halo, it was a fun game, especially with a friend. And I also own Halo 2, which, I like it, but I don't think it's as good as the rest of the series, at least in my opinion. Has fun moments, though. Then we have this game, which is True Crimes Streets of LA. Not much I could say on this game. It's pretty much, think Sleeping Dogs, because it was originally the True Crime series was originally where Sleeping Dogs came from, so, it's alright. Then we have Need for Speed Underground. This was one of my first Need for Speed experiences besides the ones on PS1. It's alright, fun game, but nothing too grand about it, if you ask me. At least not like the second game, what I hear. Now, here comes another interesting game. Rainbow Six 3. This was my first tactical-based shooter, and it shows because when I first played this game, I would only use the most powerful weapons possible and only, like, you know, just going guns blazing rather than playing tactically. These days, I can play a lot smarter. It's a fun game. If you have time, try to pick it up. It's fun. And now, here we go with the sequel to Dead to Rights with Dead to Rights 2. I don't like this game. Nothing to say. It's forgettable. It's boring. Don't care. Enough said. Legends of Wrestling 2. Never played this game, but it was a gift. So, nothing I can say on that one. I remember playing the Game Boy Advance version. That's all I can really talk on. But otherwise, not much I can say on the console versions. Fable. And this is the Lost Chapters version. See, I have the original Fable case, but I have the Lost Chapters copy of Fable. So, my favorite of the Fable franchise. It was a fun game on Xbox. If you have the chance, get Lost Chapters on PC, Xbox, however, or just get the Anniversary Edition. This game doesn't work, but Blood Omen 2. I had this game for the Gamecube at one point, and nothing special. At least if you ask me. I still prefer the Soul Reaper series over that one. Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. Not much I can say on this one. It's an interesting game, and it's a fun little fighter. I still like playing it from time to time, just because, but it's fun. If you can, try to get it. This was one of the first games I owned. Dead or Alive 3. First fighting game I ever got into, and it was alright, but I never fully got into it, unfortunately, because, well, I was a scrub at these kind of games, so, yeah. That's why I don't really play them. And speaking of fighting games, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. It's okay, at least for me. I never really was fully into Mortal Kombat as it was other games. Then we have, is this game even in here? Yes, it is. Forza Motorsport, which boasts to be, which boasts to be better than Gran Turismo 4. Never played this game, so I'm pretty sure there's some people who have played the Forza series. I haven't. Reckless, the Yakuza missions. This game sucks. Moving on. Amped, freestyle snowboarding. I don't care. Moving on. NASCAR Thunder 2014. It's okay. It has some fun elements to it, especially starting your own career and stuff like that. It's okay. Not something I play too often. Here's one that I think people are probably going to be like, you own it on that? Half-Life 2. Yes, I own a copy of Half-Life 2 on Xbox, and yet I don't own a copy on PC. Shoot me. Fun game, though. Get the PC version because the load times are murderous. And the final game that I own, which unfortunately I don't have a case for it anymore, which you can read it right here, The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, Game of the Year Edition. By far my favorite Elder Scrolls game of all time. I may love Skyrim and Oblivion in many cases, but this game trounces them all when it comes to variety and otherwise. So, yeah, that's my entire Xbox collection. I'm so sorry this was so long-winded and otherwise, but yep, that's the entirety of the Xbox collection. So now it's time to move on.